Includes the bacteria and cyanobacteria, commonly called blue-green algae. Since only bacteria are prokaryotic, lacking a true nucleus, that is without nuclear membrane, Monera is the only prokaryotic kingdom. Bacteria were the first organisms to evolve on planet Earth after life originated around 3.5 billion years ago and were the only organisms on Earth for almost the next 2 billion years. All bacteria and cyanobacteria are single-celled or unicellular. Monera means single. Monerans are also the most numerous of all living organisms. Structure of a bacterial cell. The single-celled bacterium has a cell wall made of compound peptidoglycan. Covering the cell membrane, a single chromosome. The cell has ribosomes but no membrane-bound organelles. Let us get to know some details of these parts. Cell wall. All prokaryotes have a rigid cell wall, which protects and gives shape to the cell. The cell wall is made up of a chemical, peptidoglycan, unique to bacteria. Pili, singular, pilus. Pili are short and thin thread-like structures projecting out from the cell wall in some bacteria. Flagella. Some bacteria move with the help of one or two flagella. Flagella are longer and thicker than pili. Their structure is different from flagella of eukaryotes. Plasma membrane. Plasma membrane, present below the cell wall, encloses the cytoplasm and other cell contents. It is made up of lipids and proteins, as in eukaryotes. Genetic material. One circular chromosome made of a double helical molecule of DNA is located in a region of the cytoplasm called nucleoid. Since the chromosome is not lodged within a true nucleus, bacteria are termed prokaryotes. Hence Monera is the prokaryotic kingdom. Apart from the chromosome, many species of bacteria possess rings of DNA called plasmids, which replicate along with bacterial chromosome and bear genes for antibiotic resistance, sex factor etc. Cell organelles. Membrane-bound organelles like endoplasmic reticulum, mitochondria, chloroplast, Golgi complex are absent. Only ribosomes are present, which are different from those of eukaryotes. Monera general body functions. Nutrition. The four nutritional categories found in bacteria are: autotrophs synthesize their own organic food. Saprotrophs feed on the dead and decaying matter. Symbionts use food from other living organisms with which they are associated for mutual benefit. Parasites absorb food from living organisms and cause harm to them. Respiration. Respiration in bacteria may be either aerobic, that is using oxygen for respiration, or anaerobic, that is respiration in the absence of oxygen. Cellular respiration or breakdown of food to release energy occurs in mesosomes, which are the inner extensions of the cell membrane. Reproduction. Asexual reproduction. Bacteria reproduce asexually by binary fission under favorable conditions. It takes about 20 minutes for one bacteria to divide into two by binary fission. In binary fission, the fully grown parent cell splits into two halves, producing two new cells. After replicating its genetic material, the parent cell divides into two equal-sized daughter cells. The genetic material is replicated, then equally split. The daughter cells are genetically identical, unless a mutation occurs during replication. Sexual reproduction. Some bacteria show a primitive mode of sexual reproduction. It is different from sexual reproduction in a higher form. Conjugation is the process by which one bacterium transfers genetic material to another through direct contact. During conjugation, one bacterium serves as the donor of the genetic material, and the other serves as the recipient. The donor bacterium carries a DNA sequence called the fertility factor, or F factor. The F factor allows the donor to produce a thin, tube-like structure called a pilus, which the donor uses to contact the recipient. The pilus then draws the two bacteria together, at which time the donor bacterium transfers genetic material to the recipient bacterium. Typically, the genetic material is in the form of a plasmid, or a small, circular piece of DNA. The genetic material transferred during conjugation often provides the recipient bacterium with some sort of genetic advantage. Thank you for watching video. Please share, like and subscribe. Please follow us on Facebook page for daily update.